The Dallas Telegraph always brings you real story of real people. Like in attorney's case, they are real problems and their real solutions. Please meet today Tim Robinson of Robinson Kardonsky Law Office.
Hello.
Today we will be talking about specific case with a specific number of Texas 2016-0122. It is a traffic ticket received by our reader. Obviously, the best way to learn how not to do mistakes in any case, just to learn from others' mistakes. Tim, it is our privilege to continue series of interviews with such a respected law firm in Texas and now in Illinois. Thank you for finding time for the Dallas Telegraph newspaper in your busy schedule.
You're welcome.
Would you please comment of this ticket? What do you see?
Well, this appears to be a citation that was received for driving onto a controlled access highway and unauthorized sun screening, which is having window tint that is too dark.
Tim, our reader's reaction to the ticket, he came to the United States not long ago, was to give some money to police officer, not to have the ticket. Praise the Lord, he didn't do it. If he tried to bribe the officer like they do it in old country, what it would lead to? Well,
bribery of a police officer is a jailable offense. It's much more serious of an offense than a traffic ticket.
It's different mentality, right?
Absolutely.
The driver was simply limited in English, otherwise he said he would argue and dispute the offense and the legality of the stop itself. Can the driver dispute or argue with the police officer and what it would lead to?
Well, the driver can dispute and argue with the police officer all they want to, but it's not going to be very effective. The police officer is not there to determine whether or not you're eventually guilty of a crime. Their job is to seek out offenses and hand out citations, especially in this sort of situation, hand out citations and enforce the law to the best of the way that they see fit, and then whether or not you're guilty of a crime or whether or not the stop was bad or whether or not there are other legal problems with the way that the stop was handled, that is something for the courts to decide.
Just not to argue with police officer, but what if the police officer is 100% wrong? Can it happen?
Absolutely. If the police officers, they're human just like you and me. They make mistakes. The police officer in this country, because we have due process, the police officer is not the final say. The police officer
just first step.
Just doesn't. It's just the first step. The police officer doesn't determine whether or not the crime was actually committed. That's for the courts to decide. And so arguing with the police officer is not going to do you any good.
Tim, how the police officer can react on you arguing with him or her?
Well, one of the things that can happen is the police officer has much discretion in a lot of circumstances to where they can either give you a citation and you just go about your day, or whether or not they can arrest you and take you into jail. And so if you argue with the police officer, it may increase the chances of you actually going to jail rather than just getting a citation and moving on about your day.
You need to be calm down.
That's correct.
No emotion, nothing, right?
Just thank you very much and take the ticket.
Thank you so much for the ticket, police officer. Okay.